We've been tracking this storm and the damage it's brought throughout our area. So far, we've found buildings banged up from Cumberland to Wayne to Nash counties. But we're going to start with this right here, this Harley-Davidson dealership that had a whole wall of windows shattered out. WRAL's Heidi Kirk is live at Flying Iron Harley-Davidson. Heidi, the good news here, nobody was hurt.
Eric, that is the good news, because when you see this damage, you're not going to believe that no one was hurt here. This storm rolled through Rocky Mount just before this store opened. And take a look up this way. You're going to see they put a tarp up. Crews have been working all day to repair this damage. But take a look down here. You're going to see all that is left of the damage when the facade was blown off the top of this building. And come with me this way. You're going to see inside where multiple employees were standing when this happened. And take a look at your screen now. You're going to see some pictures captured right after this happened. It's hard to believe that anyone was inside watching the wind blow all of this debris off that building. We spoke with one employee that watched all of it play out.
It was huge relief, because we could have easily been outside, maybe moving bikes around, anything like that. So it is a blessing to all of us that everybody stayed safe. Nobody got hit with debris. None of the windows got crashed in, which is beautiful.
And Eric, here's the good news. Even though there is a lot of damage to the outside of the building, inside none of their products were damaged. In fact, they actually opened these doors earlier today. They had customers coming in and out as usual. And of course, come next week, they're going to be looking for a more permanent way to fix this damage. Heidi Kirk, WRAL News, live in Rocky Mount.
Our thanks to Heidi. That quick and powerful storm was responsible for more damage, both in the Triangle and other parts of the viewing area as well. Laura Levine shows us that aftermath.
Sunday morning storms packed a punch. High winds caused this tree to tumble down on Lake Wheeler Road in Raleigh. And at Raven Ridge Road, deputies blocked this area off after tree limbs fell on power lines. Meteorologist Chris Michaels tracked the storm in real time as it passed through the Triangle and moved out east.
So 59 miles per hour at RDU, 61 miles per hour at Fayetteville. And the thing that you got to keep in mind is that even as we head into the afternoon and evening, even though it's not going to be 60 miles per hour, the wind is still going to be a little gusty at times, and that makes it a little bit tricky for power crews to get out.
The wind was relentless. Check out this viewer video, which shows a trampoline flying in the air in Rayford. In Cary, the wind picked up this gazebo and threw it on its side. And take a look at this damage in Wayne County at a turkey farm, where a roof of a turkey house was completely pulled off and landed on top of a truck. More than 50,000 customers in the state were without power during the peak of this storm. At RDU, over 100 flights delayed, with more than a dozen cancellations.
We missed our flight for our honeymoon today. It was delayed 3 times, so we won't be going on our honeymoon.
So I was supposed to leave at about 1 o'clock to go to Boston and then connect there to go to London. But that flight ended up getting just delayed, and they rebooked me on American, so now I'm leaving at 10 o'clock tonight.
This all comes as we're just days away from another system moving in.
So it really comes down to the storm's exact location as to whether or not you see snow and sleet, or as to whether or not you see that mixed bag of sleet, freezing rain.
The next 48 hours will paint a better picture of what to expect. For now, communities are cleaning up and preparing for what's to come. Laura Levine, WRAL News, Raleigh.
And we are still seeing delays over at RDU despite clear skies there right now. Let's take a look at this. We got 142 delays and 31 cancellations at the airport. Those numbers do continue to increase as the hours go on. Now, a similar story on the Duke Energy outage map, only slight improvement here as well. Still got about 1,000 customers without power in North Raleigh and the Avon Ferry Road area. Also got 1,000 north of Durham and 2,000 between Chapel Hill and Durham. Finally, big picture here. We got more than 40,000 people still without power in all of North Carolina. If anything, that's only down slightly from a few hours ago. Back to you, Eric.
Well, Megan, thank you. And that storm also shattered windows of 2 patient rooms at Cape Fear Valley Medical Center. The hospital says a cover, part of the HVAC system there, dislodged and hit those windows on the 7th floor. One of the rooms was occupied at the time, but the patient wasn't injured. The hospital says staff secured the area, relocated that patient, and is assessing and has begun repairing that damage. Now, this same line of storms left at least 8 people dead in Kentucky. The eastern part of that state saw half a foot of rain. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says President Donald Trump has already approved a natural disaster declaration and that FEMA will be responding.